Time and time again, Melbourne has proven itself to be the foodie capital of Australia. I do not dispute that. I just come here to eat. And I also use this opportunity to test out a new filming equipment. My new mobile phone, a Xiaomi 13T. Footages filmed with an equipment other than that will be mentioned on the screen. So let's start eating.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Well guys, and welcome back to another one of my Melbourne foodie episodes, and I'm coming to you from Melbourne International Airport. So what can I do every time when I come to Melbourne is I eat, right? So I'm very excited to take you along with me on this Melbourne foodie episode. So yeah, so come along with me and let's do this.
Everybody just do your thing.
People who love to eat are always the best people. Those are words spoken by Julia Child, a chef, author, and a widely embraced queer icon. My name's Ryan. Born and bred in Singapore, I now call Australia home. And I literally travel the world in search of foods to tickle my fancy. When I feel rich, I'm jetting across the skies to far-flung destinations in search of the next big culinary thing for me. I've eaten live squid in Korea. It cannot get any fresher than that. Or mysterious-looking sausages in Thailand. Put that in my mouth, please. Sometimes I hit the jackpot, other times not so much. But that's how we broaden our minds. Don't knock it until you try it. And today, in lieu of another travel series to take me halfway across the globe, we are heading to Melbourne, the state capital of Victoria, because they are the undisputed foodie capital in this country. Travel and food go hand in hand to make the experience that little bit more wholesome. If you like such content and like to support my channel, a great way for you to do it for free is to hit subscribe and the bell icon, so you'll get notified whenever I open my mouth to put something in there. Giving me a like will definitely encourage me to keep prodding along to create more content. So here's the thanks, because your support is very much appreciated. In April 2023, Melbourne officially overtook Sydney as Australia's largest city by population size. Therefore, this rapidly expanding population needs to be fed somehow. We're talking a city which is home to over 3,500 restaurants featuring cuisines from over 70 countries. And Melbourne's foodie scene is still evolving as we speak, which explains her popularity with foodie content creators like me. One of the world's most popular cooking competition, MasterChef Australia, is filmed right here in Melbourne. Melbourne CBD is in itself a very walkable part of town. Otherwise, trams within the city limits are free, and the convenience to hop on and off at your own leisure is definitely a very attractive proposition. Which explains why all my Melbourne foodie videos center around the CBD. Because every time I come here, there's always a new experience for me. Culinary-wise, that is. Yes, that's right. So we have decided to have some Thai for lunch, and yeah, there is this restaurant called Number 12 behind us, which we found on Google. So fingers crossed that they're authentic and good, and there's only one way to find out is to head in there for lunch. So let's do this. Joining me today on this afternoon of chomping our way through the city is Karen, my partner in crime in our quest to find authentic foods that our taste buds are used to. So you'll see her popping in and out of camera view as we go along. Part of my family comes from Thailand, so this goes a long way to explain why I'm constantly in search of the next authentic experience here in Australia. At the last count, There are 17 Thai restaurants located within Melbourne CBD, each of them bringing various levels of authenticity. Number 12 came to my attention thanks to Karen. And one of the key ingredients to a positive first impression is the pungent aroma of Thai spices, which can only come from a cook who understands how to treat them well to extract maximum flavor. Many Thai restaurants in Australia sadly don't do Thai cuisine any justice. It's always a choice of protein paired with a choice of diluted red or yellow curry. Having zucchini and broccoli thrown into the mix is a dead giveaway, which would send Uncle Roger into a tailspin. Thankfully, number 12 shows promise, because these dishes actually have a name. And these names I'm familiar with, because I associate them with much of my childhood, running about the lush gardens of my uncle's home in Bangkok. Today, I'll introduce a dish which is so common in most Thai homes, because it is so simple to make. This is Pad Krapao. Krapao in Thai means basil, more specifically Thai basil. The latter is a lot more fragrant compared to the Italian basil we're used to in Australia. Thai basil almost has a heavy aniseed fennel-like aftertaste, which goes so well with this simple stir-fry. Chili, lots of it, is stirred together with garlic and shallots, and the common protein is minced pork, although it can also work with chicken. This all comes together in very high heat over a wok, tossed in light soy, fish sauce, and sugar. Water is added to create a gravy, which is then reduced to create this almost magical glaze over this fragrant stir-fry. Ooh yes! Who can say no to crispy pork belly? Every country has their own take on it, and the Thai version is called Miilk. Crispy pork belly is crispy pork belly. What differs from country to country is their dipping sauces. And you can trust the Thais to turn up the heat on theirs. Extremely pungent, punchy chili with loads of vinegar, balanced with sugar, with a very heavy dose of garlic. This restaurant surely did not hold back. I'm definitely not kissing anyone after this. But man, you can never go wrong with crispy pork belly. No Thai meal can be complete without fish cakes. The key to making an excellent Thot Man Pla is in its curry paste, which gives it that distinctive reddish color. Make a shitty paste and you might as well throw the entire mixture into the bin. It's once again a very pungent dish, which is normally infused with kaffir lime leaves and finely diced string beans, then deep fried into this all-time favorite. I've had more than my fair share of Thot Man Pla in my lifetime, and I sometimes do make them at home when I take a break from my busy lifestyle. Here's a huge shout out to number 12, in keeping with the authenticity of true Thai cooking, because that's definitely the best way to appreciate the intricate prep work which goes into these dishes.
Alright, so that was lunch done at number 12. And did you like the place?
I did. I really like the place, but I wanted to try the seafood hot pot.
Yeah, unfortunately the seafood hot pot is only available for dinner. So that is a reason to come back here again to eat. So I suppose we'll go walk some more and then next thing you know it's dinner again.
I know, but we have dessert to fit into.
Yeah, dessert in between. Alright, so let's keep walking, yeah?
In my culinary habits, I've mentioned several times in the past about not having a sweet tooth. But the next location we're heading to seriously deserves a special mention. And you'll soon understand why.
And so we are here at this place called Miilk. This is a Singaporean-owned dessert bar. I'm not going to call it a bar, a dessert place, right? So because it's Singaporean-owned, we have to support. So they have a lot of Singaporean flavors in there. And I am pretty excited to see what this place can offer us in terms of Singaporean inspired desserts. Alright, so yeah, let's go.
For the longest time, the people who operated Miilk Cake Studio only sold their stuff online. And that was when Karen became one of their regular customers. So when they decided to come into Melbourne to open a physical shop front, she was only too excited for me to visit. Pandan is a distinctive fragrant leaf which is used in many dishes from sweet to savory throughout Southeast Asia. In Singapore, pandan flavors are normally found in desserts. And Miilk Cake Studio serves pandan latte, which is such a trippy way to enjoy coffee. Since Miilk knew we were coming, out came the best this dessert cafe had to offer. Let's start with pineapple tarts, which is a staple in Singaporean households during festive seasons. Savoring these little sweet treats surely invoked memories of motherland in more ways than one. It did not stop there. The great people of Miilk gave us a strawberry and cream cake and a lychee cake which Karen had pre-ordered for Mother's Day, both of which Karen brought back with her. But the ultimate highlight, why I was brought here, was for this durian cake. Durian is extremely divisive, pretty much like coriander. There's no middle ground for this pungent custard which can smell like gym socks for the uninitiated. Not for me though. I love durian like the way I love to travel.
So nice, so nice.
It's
I
like
buy this home all the time.
it's like chow chow nice, right?
It's not it's not smelly to me. It's so nice.
I'm trying to get to the durian. It's actually proper chunks of durian. Shit. Because normally it's just a cream. It's just like a mousse. But this is actual chunk. I'm legit impressed. This is so good. Oh my god. This is so worth making the trip from Adelaide for.
See, I told you love it.
Just for this durian. What do you call this?
Durian cake.
Durian cake. Oh my god, this is so good. This is actual chunks of durian in there. This is not a waste of time. This is really good. That was a lot of sugar. So with dessert done, we are gonna handle dinner after this. So yeah, off we go.
I kid you not when I say we spent quite a while at Miilk, and before we know it, dinner time has come around. And for this, we're walking towards the suburb of Carlton, also sometimes known as Little Italy. But hey, we're not there for Italian food.
Well guys, so for dinner tonight, which is the final location of this Melbourne video, we are here in Carlton. Carlton is just a little suburb that is north of the Melbourne city fringes. So behind me is an Indonesian restaurant called Cinta, and this is where we're gonna have dinner for this final location here in Melbourne tonight. Alright, so let's go.
When you mention Indonesian food, Aussies mainly think of nasi goreng or mee goreng, because that's what they had in Bali. But you and I know Indonesian cuisine is much more extensive as it is diverse. What caught my attention with Cinta is their emphasis on one of Indonesia's most popular food exports. We say hello to everything Indomie. 28 billion packets of Indomie are produced annually, and they're exported to over 90 countries around the world. And I was genuinely excited for Cinta's special menu, featuring pimped up versions of this very common, comforting instant noodles. The regular menu at Cinta is absolutely impressive, and they are rather reasonably priced as well. Even though we've already eaten non-stop since this morning, my hunger was starting to surface at the sight of this menu. While they did have some rather distinctive items like coconut rice covered in banana leaf grilled over charcoal, my eyes zoomed into 2 items on the menu, and I was pretty much ready to order as soon as I sat down. This seriously reminds me of my younger days experimenting in the kitchen with countless packets of instant noodles. I've chosen to have my Indomie with iga bakar, which is grilled beef ribs. And it came with sides of a sunny side up and a punchy little serve of sambal balado. Although the sambal looks very mild compared to what I would normally have at home. The Indomie is a very familiar and comforting flavor, which immediately invokes heaps of nostalgia. It's something I grew up with. I started cooking in the kitchen when I was 11, and I started with learning how to boil water to make instant noodles. Don't judge. I grew up in a home with domestic helpers, but my parents were quick to point out they weren't there to help me, which is why I learned to iron my clothes and make my own extra meals in the kitchen as soon as I was able to prop myself up on a stool. However, the absolute highlight of this pimped up Indomie was definitely these fork tender beef ribs. Kecap manis is like a sweet, thick molasses-like soy sauce specific to Indonesia. And this taste was the overriding flavor profile. And the char-grilled aftertaste? Oh my word, it was most heavenly. Any country which has grilled whole fish on their traditional menu has my vote. Indonesia has ikan bakar, which in Bahasa Indonesia literally translates into burnt fish. A spice paste called bumbu has been generously rubbed onto it, and together with kecap manis, voila! Here we have a whole barramundi char-grilled to perfection. And not forgetting the sambal balado on the side. The popularity of ikan bakar has also found its way across the border into Malaysia and to a certain extent even Singapore. But each of these countries have given it their unique spin. Still, tonight here in Melbourne, we celebrate everything Indonesian. The immediate flavor bomb explosion in your mouth from the bumbu spice rub is unavoidable. This Moorish experience is something you wish would never end. Trust the Indonesians to treat seafood with such expertise and inject so many complex layers of flavors into this somewhat earthy tasting fish. Oh, that's not to say I did not taste the barramundi. The underlying earthiness gave this entire dish the much needed final cap onto this amazing dinner tonight at Cinta Indonesian Restaurant. And with that, sadly it's time to bring this video to a close. That was Cinta Indonesian Restaurant right here in Carlton. That means I've come to the end of my stay here in Melbourne. And as usual, the food is just absolutely amazing, so I highly recommend this place. So anyway, I've chucked details of my Instagram on your screen right now, so make sure you hit me up there and chuck me a follow so you can actually see where am I traveling to in real time. And of course, more importantly, do not forget to hit the subscribe and the bell icon, and I will see you for my next video. Bye!